Hey friends, it's UrsulasRevenge and happy Wednesday update day. The update literally just posted to the point where the news isn't even available yet. So while I wait for that to go live, let's quickly talk about the extra blog post that happened or that was released earlier in the week that I didn't make a whole video on because, to be honest, I was really busy with work and I just didn't have the energy to do it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to do a little quick snippet. So basically, the extra blog post was written by Greg Moreau, who is the narrative design lead for Marchenghast, and he basically goes over the experience of creating the new story and what went into it, and just like how passionate he is about the story of Star Stable. And it was really inspiring to read. I really highly recommend you read the blog post. It is long, however, it is all about Marchenghast. There are a couple of little like behind the scenes things about like the process behind developing the theme for Marchenghast. And there are two things that I'm going to point out, but I just want to let you know that this will be linked in the description below. But there were two things that I kind of wanted to point out. One, the long-going rumor about there not being a quest team or anybody who knows the original lore of Star Stable has been thoroughly debunked multiple times now. But if you need another reminder, in the article it says, for example, I'm one of the people looking after our lore at our company. We do our best to keep track of established canon and make sure new additions fit in. And if I or someone doesn't have the answer, someone at Star Stable will. I don't know why this community is so quick to assume that the developers working on the game don't care about it. They clearly do, or else they wouldn't be working on it. And establishing such rich storylines for this game that also tie into existing lore of the game. So rest assured, there are people who still know the story of Star Stable. There are people who care about it. There are people who are working actively to deepen that lore with new content. So not to mention, the lore of Star Stable Online has grown so much since Starshine Legacy. Starshine Legacy, does not have a whole lot of story to it. This has also been mentioned by other developers in AMAs and different things. But they have to create a lot because there's not a lot there in Starshine Legacy. Yes, a lot of it was brought back, but Star Stable Online is kind of a continuation of that story, not a retelling. So as the game keeps growing, more stuff will be developed that still aligns with the original storyline of Starshine Legacy and the earlier stuff in Star Stable Online. The other thing was the inspiration for Marchenghast. I think a lot of people have mentioned that there's a lot of Germanic influences, especially when it comes to folklore. And this was also confirmed that there were a lot of inspirations from the Brothers Grimm, which is why the story is a little bit darker. It's not so black and white with good and evil. There's kind of like darkness on both sides, which I think is really refreshing in this game, especially when the main story is so black and white, which I feel like it shouldn't be, or I feel like it's kind of going to a point where it's not. And I think that's great. But the other bit of lore that I wanted to point out, because I've seen a lot of people theorize who the Duke is, and he did confirm that the Duke's name is a reference to the Brothers Grimm. He's named after them. From the article, even the Duke's first names are a nod to the Brothers Grimm's names. Most likely not Mr. Sands. But anyways, that's really all I wanted to say about the blog post. You should definitely give it a read, especially if you're really into Marchenghast in the creation of this area and of this storyline. Again, it is linked in the description below, or you can find it on Star Stable's news page. And speaking of the news page, it looks like this week's news post is available. So let's check it out and see what is new in Star Stable this week. Shut up! Okay, it looks like we have a bazaar. And we've got some returning magic horses that haven't been seen since their release. That's very exciting. So let's head over to Moorland to go check out the bazaar. So over at the Moorland Bazaar Hub, we have some horses for sale. Most excitingly, Calder and Aphira have returned for the first time since their release. They have been missing for, 2 years? I don't think these horses have been available for 2 years. Calder is one of my most requested horses. Whenever I ride this horse, which to be honest is not very often, to be completely honest with you, I don't really like either of their magic coats, but I love Calder's non-magic coat. And when I ride this horse is perpetually unmagicked in my stable, by the way. But when I ride this horse, everybody's like, oh my god, what horse is this? And it's like, it's Calder. They've not been available for so long. I'm so sorry. But they're finally here, and they are well discounted. So you can get Calder or Aphira for 570 star coins, originally 950 star coins. And this is Aphira's non-magic coat. Honestly, I didn't even remember this one's not magic coat. It's also beautiful. I know for again, the magic coat, definitely not my thing. But because they haven't been available for so long, I think I'm just gonna get her because I don't know when she's gonna go on sale again, and 570 is a pretty good price. So I'm probably gonna name this one like Sapphire or Topaz or something like that, because my other one is named Jasper. The thing about the Pasafinos, they are stunning. They are stunning when you look at them. I love their model. I just hate riding them. So you know what? This is another test. This is another test to see if my tastes have changed. Because the last time I rode the Pasafinos when I trained Calder. So I'm so excited to actually train Aphria. I'm so excited these two are back. I hope that if you've been waiting for them for a while, that this is your chance. I hope you have the star coins to get them because, again, we have no idea when they'll return. We don't know if they're going to be put or placed anywhere permanently. So for now, the only time you can get them is when they come back on Bazaar. Or, I guess, if they were to do a magic horse rotation again, which I really don't know what's going on with it. There are a couple of horses that haven't returned in a while, so very curious about that. Anyways, I didn't talk about the rest of the horses that are on sale. The Norker is also available for 540 star coins, originally 900 star coins. And the Gotland Pony is available for 375 star coins, originally 750 star coins. Both of these, honestly, are great horses. I have this Gotland Pony, and I really did enjoy riding this pony. This one reminds me of the Dartmoor pony that I have, and I think that's why I bought the Dartmoor pony that I have, because I like this Gotland, but I wanted a Dartmoor. And then, I mean, obviously, I love the Norker. This is my favorite Norker of all time. I also have this one. I love this one. I have this one on my side account. I have this one. They're all so cute. I love the Norker. So overall, this is a good bazaar. This is a really good bazaar. While we're in Moorland, it is the first update in May, which means there is a new item in the bonus shop. And this time we have the gloves that go with the Texas turquoise set. They're cute. They've got little touches of turquoise. Nice brown gloves. Obviously they go with the set. So cute, nice. As a reminder, the bonus shop is for people who are lifetime star riders. So if you did pay 1 star rider, you have access to everything that's in the bonus shop since it's been released. So if you become a lifetime star rider now, everything that was ever released in the bonus shop, you have access to for free. The only thing is you have to be the level of the item. So if I know there's a level 18 item or level 13 items in there. So you have to be level 13 or 18, whatever it says, to actually redeem the items from the shop. But once you are, everything, it's all free regardless. Just one of your lifetime perks. And speaking of bonuses, there is a reminder in the news about bonus points for the Trailblazer track. As part of our ongoing efforts to make systematic improvements to our Trailblazer track, and in order to support different playstyles, this current trail features bonus points every weekend. As long as the Trail of Tales is active, every Friday, 9 a.m. server time to Monday, 9 a.m. server time, the first 12 activities will give you an extra 30 points. Basically, it says the first 12 activities, but it's the 12 activities you do because you don't get any points after that. So again, from last week's video, I think that means it's an extra 360 points a day for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday if you log in early. I think that's how the math worked out. It winds up being a few hundred extra points, basically, to just pad out your points if you missed a couple days throughout the week. You know what? Let me just kind of go into the Trailblazer. I forgot to click this button one of the days, so I'm short 450 points. But that's fine because I do still think I will be able to finish this by next Wednesday. So I finished today's. Oh, what's going on here? Interesting. I think when I did the math, I was supposed to be able to unlock this today. Did I forget to claim my daily points yesterday too? Oh my god. I think it still ends up shaking out because I wanted to get this shirt by Saturday, to be honest with you. But I think I will. I'm not going to do the math right now, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to finish by next Wednesday. Anyways, that is it for the rest of the news. Let's head back to Marchenghast Me to talk about the new quest. Thanks, Moreland Me. So before we actually continue the next part of the Marchenghast quest, let me catch you up on the part that you missed up until now. So basically, at the end of my last update video, I got to, I think, level 6, and then I had to do some more reputation quests and I needed a couple days. So here is the rest of last week's quest. I think it took me maybe 2 days of doing the dailies again, and I did unlock the next part of the quest. Could I have also done this yesterday? Yes, but I didn't have a whole lot of time yesterday, so we're doing this now. Plus, I don't think it really matters because after this part, it's gonna time stop until Wednesday anyway. Anyways, Marguerite has a quest for us, so let's go see what she has to say. I'm still in shock about what we've discovered, Arya. I have given this a lot of thought, and this is what I've decided. I shall speak with Abigail and Ilwoodrish once again, and apologize on behalf of the people of Marchenghast. I once said that nothing can change the fact that we are all enemies, but things are completely different now. However, I do not think that me riding in the Witch's Hamlet would be appropriate. If anyone can convince Abigail to give me another chance, it's you, Arya. You've helped both sides after all. Please tell her that I know the truth about the abandoned Bailey, and that I would like to apologize. I found out some things thanks to Abigail, too. Start with what you learned about the Veil or the Watchtower. Watchtower. Oh, I appreciate your honesty. Very well, let's hear it. Ooh. You explained to Marguerite what you know. Are you sure? I can hardly believe it all. Here the year is 1823, and you're saying that the rest of Jorvik is living in the early 21st century? What does that mean for us? Are we safe? So the witches cast a protective spell to slow down the blight, and we all thought the witches created it. And about the old watchtower, I didn't know that our castle was built on a former witch sanctuary and that we drove them out. Come to think of it, it explains a lot why the foundations look so much older than the rest of the castle, yet another part of our history that has been obscured. When this is all over, I will have to find a way to tell my people about all of this. Father has kept us all in the dark like our ancestors before him. But first, I must make things right with Abigail. It's my duty to take the first step and make a sincere offer for peace between our people. Please ask her to meet with me. I shall wait for her at Trude's hut. Damn, she took that all really well. Marguerite wants to meet and apologize? Huh, that's unexpected. To be honest, I'm worried this won't be different from last time. It seems Marguerite is really trying, but I doubt she can change things over there. And my sisters are not loving my efforts. They say I'm too lenient with the enemy. Do you know what she wants to say? Is there anything you can tell me? We found a secret area in the castle where people did horrible things to beasts. We told her about the veil and why the witch cast it. It's not my place to explain. Well, I mean, if I explain the witch's side, I might as well explain the castle people's side. Oh, yes, that one must have been a horrible sight. Let's hear her out then. Ilwoodrish will be there too. I'll meet you at Trude's hut. Why can't you just take me with you? Just take me with you. Fine. I'll run. You did it. Thank you all for agreeing to meet with me, and thank you for making this even possible, Arya. Let's not waste any time. Ilwoodrish, Abigail, I wish to apologize for how our previous meeting went. Apologize for what exactly? We are listening, Marguerite. My words were not my own, they were my father's. For too long I believed what I was taught. Evidently, I knew nothing about what was really going on in the heart of the castle. I did not know that my house's history was built on secrets and lies. Arya and I saw the abandoned Bailey. I cannot even begin to describe the horrors we found there. It was sickening. According to our history, those barbaric practices ended centuries ago, but some of my people never stopped. They merely continued behind closed doors, unbeknownst to most. Then you know why we started the war. When we found out about that dungeon, all we felt was pure rage. For decades, only a few people were allowed to enter. The Duke. I saw him. He was among them, Marguerite. I know. I wish I had opened my eyes sooner, but remorse cannot undo what has been done. This will not be my family's legacy. Abigail, No, we shall do better from now on. I want to work for the well-being of us all, humans and beasts alike. Thank you for your honesty, but before we go on, I also have to tell you the truth. I don't want a future based on secrets and lies either. What do you mean? I claimed your house didn't give us a choice, but that's not true. We had plenty of choices over the course of history. My ancestors willingly chose hatred and war. You know about the sanctuary. For centuries, witches and beasts lived where your castle stands today. Until my house came and took over the sanctuary by force. No. At first, it is believed your house offered us some form of coexistence. But the coven found the nobles' offer unacceptable and rejected any form of compromise or cooperation. The nobles saw us as inferior beings. To them, we were mere things, incapable of feeling anything, so the beasts and witches had to leave the sanctuary. But over time, resentment grew into blind hatred. The sisters were ruthless. They would have done anything to wipe out your people. I am truly sorry for all the harm we have caused. I'm sure you know about the unexplained disappearances a few decades ago, one of the darkest chapters in the history of my coven. 1758, yes, we know about it quite well. There have been several dark chapters in our history, too. My family and my father worked with the Sixth Hammer and was determined to eradicate every last witch. Huh. We also tell ourselves we were determined. Like you, we wanted to win at all costs, even if it meant having blood on our hands. And look where that has led us. However, there is something I must know before I can consider a truce. Tell me the truth, Abigail. Did the Saltus witches cause the blight, yes or no? No, we didn't. Why would we poison our own forest, put beasts in danger? All we know is that the veil is failing, and there are so few of us left, and we're too weak to slow it down. The witches did not create the blight, that is true. We do not know how the blight came to be. What matters is that it's getting stronger. Soon it'll be too late, unless we are ready to compromise and work together. Arya has paved the way for us. They suddenly remembered that I'm here. I see. Then until we find out where it came from, the blight should not be the witch's burden only. After all, it's threatening all of us. Abigail, let me help you, please. So many of my sisters died because of your family. How could I look the others in the eye? But revenge never healed our wounds. Abigail, you and I are putting an end to that suffering today, if you accept. I accept. I need your help, Marguerite. No more war. I accept your offer too. From now on, our only enemy should be the blight. Yay! Friendship! Thank you, Arya. Thanks to your unwavering kindness and hard work, we have achieved the impossible. This is a momentous day for us all. Just gotta go run back to one of the places and just double check the board. Wait a minute, Marguerite. Why isn't Marguerite here? Where's Marguerite? It looks like there's more leveling that I can do. I don't know if anything else is going to unlock when I do, because the last bit is unlocked at on Wednesday. But I'm going to get to the end of level 6 and see if there's anything else that happens. Okay, so now that it is Wednesday and we are level 7, we should be able to unlock the rest of the quest, or at least the first part of the rest of the quest. Doesn't look like Marguerite has a quest for me, so maybe the witch does. The witch at Ogre Skull. Veiled Hamlet, let's go. Arya, it's good to see you, and thank you so much for helping us reach a truce with the castle folk. None of this would have happened without you. Between you and me, I'm worried about the Duke's reaction when he finds out his beloved daughter went behind his back, but I don't doubt Marguerite's intentions. Just like us, she only wants to get rid of the blight once and for all, before it's too late. Speaking of which, I think I have a lead on the blight. Marguerite was going to ask the castle scholars to study the blight. Since we last spoke, I've also been looking for a cure, or some sort of solution. At first I found nothing, I was grasping at straws. But then I recalled something. No, not something, someone. Someone very close to me. Her name was Ruth. When I was a child, our community wasn't exactly thriving, but life was good. But since the war, the blight, and everything else, we have so many huts standing empty. Finding our footing with so many sisters gone while also learning to cope with the blight, it was tough. But that someone, she thought there had to be a way to make our lives easier. She didn't want us to just survive and cope, she wanted us to have a better life. Of course, reaching out to the castle folk was not an option for her. Her hatred for them ran deep. She was stubborn and determined, wanted to figure it out on her own, refused any help. I inherit that from her, I suppose. So she just left our hamlet, left her Notsern behind, and forbade us from coming to look after her. That was months ago. I think she settled somewhere deep in the forest to continue her research alone. She wanted to understand all of it, the nature and origin of the blight, its effects on plants, beasts, and humans, as well as how the veil slowed it down. Everything. If anyone knew a way to dispel the blight for good, it was her. I don't think she's alive anymore. Betty reported seeing smoke coming out of the hut atop Ogre's Skull for some time after she left. It had to be her, but there hasn't been any sign of life there for a few months now. I'll mark the location on your map. Let's meet up there. Are we gonna find a dead body? I mean, Star Stable doesn't typically do bodies. Usually they're just, thrown off the edge of a cliff or thrown into a portal or turned into crystals and smashed. No, it can't be. Oh, she's a shadow witch. Oh. I kept hoping. Mother, it's me, Abigail. Watch out, isn't that a shadow witch? It seems she can't hear you, Abigail. Oh man. Oh, that's devastating. It is. But that shadow witch is also my mother, Ruth. What if she's still in there somewhere? What? She just abandoned her daughter? Seeing her like this, if only I had been able to get her to stay in the hamlet. Mother, was it all really worth it? Being strong no matter what? Always taking revenge? But she's not gone. She can't be. We have to find a way to reach her. I have to try. If she's really gone, we'll never know if she found a cure for the blight. I can't accept that. Maybe we can reach her if we... I got an idea. When she left the hamlet, my mother left most of her stuff behind in the wooden crates. Return to the hamlet and look around for crates. There's one with her name on it. Ruth. In the crate, there should be a flute. Please bring it to me. Through an anchor to her former self, and thanks to my magic, we might be able to reach her through all of her anger and grief. It might only work for a moment, but that's all we need. Alright, can I... Maybe I shouldn't go that way. The name of the crate is not the one you're looking for. The name on the crate is not the one you're looking for. The name on this crate is faded, but it is undeniably the one you recognize. Ruth. Never seen a flute like this before. I should bring this back to Abigail. You found it. Good. This flute was her most cherished possession. It was passed down through generations. She herself got it from her mother. She taught me how to play it when I was a child. It was some of the happiest times we ever spent together. After we're gone, a part of ourselves still lives on in the objects we and our loved ones hold dear. So if my magic can echo that memory, maybe I can draw out a fragment of her. Mother, listen. Oh. Do you see that? Her eyes. Did it work? Mother, it's me. Can you hear me? She does. It really worked. Mother, I don't know what to say. I hate you and all your stupid principles. You kept saying you'd rather die than make peace with our enemy. Well, you never listened. But if you're still in there, I beg you, I need your help. We're trying to find a way to stop the blight, not just stave it off this time, but erase it, like you always wanted. I tried to find answers in the notes you left at the hamlet, but I failed, and now you're gone. It looks like she wants us to follow her. Follow her? Through the blight? Can you see where she's heading? Please follow her. I don't have my lantern, but I can transport myself once you're there. Ooh, this is an area that I found, a little while ago. That's one of her journals, but I've never seen that one before. And this cave, it's so isolated and so deep into the blight. This is where she spent her last few weeks? Arya, let's take a look. What's in it? I don't know, it's hard to read. The writing is all chicken scratch. The few sentences I can read don't make much sense. Why did you guide us here, Mother? What did you find? This journal has to contain the answers we're looking for. I know it. A cure for the blight. She wouldn't have led us to it if there wasn't a reason. We need to take this back to the hamlet. I'm sure we'll be able to interpret it. Mother, thank you. But all your research, all the time you spent here up until the very end, it won't be in vain, I promise. Goodbye, Mother. It's a weird feeling to show someone how I really feel for once, Arya. Thank you for being here with me and for letting me be vulnerable for a moment. But enough of that. We know what to do. Meet me at the Veiled Hamlet and let's dig into this. She really said, yep, I just helped my mother pass on to the other side and not be tormented by her anger and grief in the afterlife. But, we're done talking about that now. So, what does your mother's journal say? Lots of disjointed notes on her findings, but also a lot of rambling. Sadly, it's not the good news we're hoping for. This is what she wrote in one of the last entries. It's a thing, not alive, plague. Sucks the life out of trees and beasts, no mind of its own as far as I can see. But also, it changes over time. It grows, it can't predict where. Roots run far and deep underground. The heartbeat? So she never discovered the true nature of the blight, or if she did, she didn't get the chance to write it down. But that's not all. This is the very last entry. Listen. What the blight touches, it corrupts. Potions only work in early stages. Over time, becomes a permanent part of you, eternal. The veil can slow it down, even freeze it, but nothing can erase it fully. It's part of the forest now, keeps growing, will spread to Jorvik next. Permanent, eternal, it'll always keep spreading? So if we don't do something soon, the lands beyond Marchenghast, the whole of Jorvik, nothing will be safe. I need to study my mother's notes closer, Arya. We shouldn't panic just yet. I think we still have some time. Please keep helping everyone in the hamlet. We need it now more than ever. Reaching out and a token of gratitude. Wait, one more thing. I think you should go to the castle and talk to Marguerite. She and Ilwoodridge need to know what we found. No more secrets and lies, right? You need to tell her everything we learned in my mother's journal. That we can't remove the blight, only suspend it. That means we need everyone living inside the veil to pull their weight, both in the castle and out here. Marguerite knows, but what do the rest of them think? How many of them will follow her? And who knows, maybe their scholars can also come up with something that would help the beast or be good to the forest. Good luck, Arya, and be careful out there. And then the other quest. Mother's notes, the blight, that's the only thing I will focus on from now on. We still need your help too, Arya, and I have something to tell you. After everything you've done for us and the beast, the Saltus Coven will allow you to take part in one of our traditions, making offerings. Even in the darkest times, we witches always hold on to our ancient traditions as hard as we can in order to keep our culture alive, but it's also a way for us to feel connected to nature and to each other. Arya, please accept this initiation as a token of our gratitude and a symbol of the bond we share. But don't go around thinking this makes you a sister of the Coven, alright? It's not that easy. Actually, don't thank me for allowing you to take part in our tradition. Believe it or not, it was Mercy who made the proposal to the Coven. At first, she was by far the most mistrustful. Of you, of the castle folk, of any outsiders. She and I kept arguing, but you turned her around in the end. Go to her now, she's expecting you. Hello, Arya. Here you are, I have something to say. I was certain that sooner or later you'd start fearing or ignoring us, or even betray us. What did you have to gain from helping us or caring for the beasts? But I've heard about your tireless efforts, and I've seen your dedication with the Ritual of Shadows, day after day. By the Vala, how wrong was I? Let's get started now. To show our sisters that you belong with us now, I'd like to teach you another one of our traditions. Has anyone told you how we honor the Lonely Beacon? I should probably make sure that I'm currently getting experience with them and that I don't have to talk to Marguerite first. Okay, good. Yes, I am. For generations, our life warden tree has always protected and guided us. It let us borrow its seeds to strengthen our magic and live on these lands. Without it, we would have never survived the blight, so we make offerings to the lonely beacon as a sign of gratitude in hopes that it will never stop protecting us. But this tradition is more than that. It's not done out of self-interest. It can be very personal, a healing ritual, and every sister can do it the way they want. You offer what you can: herbs, flowers, food, anything. It doesn't have to be anything of value, but usually it'll be things you cherish. If you wish to take part, go around the hamlet and ask the other sisters if they have any offerings for today, then bring them to the Lonely Beacon. This is one of our most sacred traditions. By now, I know you will treat it as such. Come back here once you've made the offering. Whoops, I did not mean to click into the shop, but I guess I just needed to get close. Thank you for bringing these for me. I hope the Life Warden tree will accept our offerings. I hope the tree will appreciate these as much as I have. This is what I've collected. Thanks. Alright, and place the offerings at the Lonely Beacon. Interesting that this is not a skippable animation and that it gets rid of your UI when you do this. Ooh. I thank you, Arya. As you know, respecting nature and its powers helps us. I hope you got something out of this too. Alright, and I guess we have a new daily to get us points with the Coven. Now, I want to just double check something really quick. So, looking at this board, this is our weekly task. This will get us 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500, plus, I guess 550 with the other race that is at Shrewd's Hut. But I don't think that's going to be enough. Yeah, we'll still need like 3 days worth of experience with the Salsa Switches to unlock the next part of the quest. But the rest of the quest is unlocked. So basically, after today's update, it's now just based off of reputation, how far you can get. Let's go finish this up with Marguerite. What? Are you certain? Is there really no way to rid ourselves of the blight? This is devastating. So the blight is permanent. What on earth can we do then? Will the blight take over the castle and maybe all of Jorvik? No, I refuse to despair. If the Saltus Coven was able to stop it before with the Veil, there must be something we can muster. We need to stop it, not only for the inhabitants of the castle and the forest, but also for the rest of Jorvik. Your world should not have to suffer the consequences of our misguided wars. I shall make sure to put Marchenghast's brightest minds to work on the matter as well. Maybe they can be of assistance to Abigail. In the meantime, you and I shall continue to prove that the old ways were wrong. We have to do our part to make this truce last. Arya, let's continue to do good no matter what. We cannot allow ourselves to give up. Increase your reputation with both Marchenghast Castle and the Saltus Switches to continue the story. Okay. This is where our blacksmith Ernst and you could collaborate remarkably, Arya. The war has brought unspeakable suffering to him. You will not meet a stronger advocate for peace in all of Marchenghast. In any case, he has an idea for a new task that would require your skills. Could you please speak with him? You'll find him at the forge. New daily! Hello, Arya. I was hoping you would come by. By now you know our horrible, shameful history, both ancient and recent. Yes, Lady Marguerite has shown me the abandoned Bailey. I have no words to describe what took place there. I feel enraged and ashamed. We saw beasts as monsters, but the monsters were among us. Some deeds are so evil that they can never be forgiven. All we can do is try to atone for the suffering and destruction of our people have caused. This is where I count on you, Arya. In the end, our war against the witches was only based on lies, and both beasts and humans have suffered for nothing. The Duke was so determined to eliminate the witches at all costs that we almost ruined the forest. I would like to do something useful. Maybe we could mend what we have destroyed out there in the forest. Arya, you both have some forging skills, and I know you explore the forest safely, so should we work together on this? According to what Adelhi told me, there is still a lot of scrap left from the war in the forest. Chains, broken shields, and lances. I have marked where on your map. Here's my proposal. You bring that scrap back here, and you and I reforge them to make something useful out of them. How about something good for our horses? That might be a good way to show that Lady Marguerite sincerely wants peace. Are we getting, like, special horseshoes? Oh, we're foraging again. Oh, that wasn't too long. Horseshoes! Excellent work, Arya. These horseshoes are perfect. They will be a much better use for that metal. The scrap did not belong in the forest. If you had not retrieved it, beasts could have injured themselves stumbling upon it. Sadly, I am sure that absurd war left more scrap out there, so I will talk to another one of the guards to find out where it could be, so come talk to me soon. Ooh, daily! Okay, so we are at a point where we now just have to get reputation with both Marchenghast Castle and the Solstice Witches. I think based off of my map, I think that we have the same amount of things here. So this will be 200, 300, 400, 500. So I think that we might wind up finishing the Solstice Witch one first because they do have that extra race at Shrewd's Hut. That gives Solstice Witch experience. So over the next couple days, I'm going to keep working on this reputation and unlock the rest of the story, and then I will do a separate video with the remainder of the story quests for the Marchenghast storyline, and I'll just upload that as a whole separate video. It doesn't look like there's going to be another reputation stop, so I think maybe after 3 days, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so maybe like Saturday or Sunday, we might be able to wrap up this story. We'll see though. It doesn't look like there's going to be another reputation point, but who knows? We'll find out more this weekend. Anyways, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video like this. I do try to cover every Wednesday update and more. I have an extra video coming out tomorrow just cause it's just a little yap and train. And then Friday, I have the conclusion of my Paradox storyline. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!